Okay, let's start searching the secret library for anything that could help this situation.
Some searching later.
July 1932. After making my way to Australia, I found myself with the farmers. Plenty of space, so I don't need to be in bat form all the time. Though I am finding myself more and more to be enjoying staying in my bat form. It also just hurts to change. Apparently, that's not normal. But when was I ever normal? Anyways, although there aren't that many people around, I have made a new friend. Well, I found someone I want to be friends with. I don't know their backstory, but they seem to be a litromancer. They run around a lot more than any other human I've seen. And they can shapeshift into an emu. Yeah, the shapeshifting was what really tipped me off. They are often outside doing chores, and getting more chores to do, and then running around as an emu because they finished everything due to their speed. 16th of August, 1932. They have started to make racetracks in their far-off fields for the emus. Only once have I seen them lose a race, and that was because they got distracted in a conversation. They talk a lot, and just about as fast as they can run. Also, the bats around me have heard that her name is Mags. 2nd of September, 1932. I thought it was weird that Mags didn't write much, but then I flew high one day, the reason for that is a story for later, and saw her running, and then watched her run. Not in circles, but words! Yes, she wrote by running through the fields of grass and stone and dirt. She mostly runs through the dirt between farms, making paths as she runs, words written from the paths. It's mostly legible, I think. Mostly she rants. About her parents and siblings, about the weather, about not being able to talk to her friends because emus aren't friends. I wish I could talk to her, but I think I've forgotten how to shapeshift back into a human. 14th September 1932. Mag's rants are quite entertaining. Maybe I just miss being able to talk to others. I have an idea though. What if, get this, we brought the cavern to Australia? I mean, I don't know how we could, but maybe we could. There's a lot more land than people here. No one would know. 27th September 1932. Okay, so I've talked to the bats here. They think my idea is good. We could all live together in the cabin. Becky just asked to make sure that there are some trees she can roost in. We just need to bring it here. Someone has the litromancy for that, right? Surely. Maybe something in the Forgotten Archives? 3rd of October, 1932. The writing by running is getting neater. Practice makes progress, they say. Well, Betty said that, who heard it from Mark, who overheard the human Sheila say that. 14th October, 1932. And it got worse. A lot worse. The legibility of Mag's writing, that is. Her speed on the other wing is much faster, particularly when she is mad, and she seems to be mad a lot these days. 19th October, 1932. So I have managed to decipher some of Mag's writing, and it seems that her family is mad that she is spending so much time with the emus. But her family doesn't want to be seen with her because they think she's weird, so who else is she supposed to be with? I wish I could talk to her. Becky Taylor and I had a whole conversation about the differences between bat and emu communication last week. The result from our analysis is that if we had the cavern, we could write some translators into the walls and then we'd be able to communicate better. How is moving the cavern to here going, by the way? 30th of October, 1932. Oh, someone's done it now, I think. Mags is quite upset. From what I can tell, her family thinks she's purposefully bringing the emus in to eat the crops. She isn't, she rants, but then it gets messy and I haven't quite managed to decipher what she's said. 31st of October, 1932. I deciphered it. It's if that's what you think, then I will bring them here. Oh, that could explain the increase in emus overnight. 2nd November, 1932. The military was called in. Well, a few guys with guns from the military, at least. I hope Mags will be okay. 3rd of November, 1932. The emus are outrunning the bullets, or running around them. Those races Mags made up earlier in the year? Yeah, basic training for the war. 4th of November, 1932. Who called it a war? Right, the human general. From here in the tree, there is quite clearly seen a mockery of the humans by the emus. Becky has started a bet on which emu can run the most laps around the humans. It's a nice tea time pastime. 5th November, 1932. Never bet with Becky. You will lose everything. Never bet with Becky. 6th of November, 1932. The emus are way better than the humans. They run as a large group and split up into smaller groups that just annoy the heck out of the humans. It's hilarious. When the cavern comes here, we can bet on emu races. Just don't tell Becky about the bets. 7th November, 1932. The humans gave up. The emus ran them ragged and they ran out of bullets. The ammo was wasted, Becky heard from Steve that they said. It was an interesting time watching Mags lead the emus around. It was funny watching her run even faster than the others, chatting with team leaders and then letting them decide who to annoy. There were no human deaths, though one guy tripped and ripped the pants over his knee. A few more emus were hurt. though more earlier on in the week when they hadn't sorted their running yet and got in each other's travel path, causing the other group to dodge closer to the bullets. One emu tried to get close to Mags. Ricky, that's Becky's rival, said that he tried to court her, but Mags didn't seem to be interested in anything that didn't involve talking his head off or annoying the human ex-military guys. Even though I've never spoken to Mags, I feel as proud of her as if she were my own true friend. We should invite the emus to the cabin too. 8th November, 1932. The humans are left for shore, and Mags has led a bunch of the emus back to their own turf. Ricky went to go make fun of the emu who failed to court Mags, and Becky started a new bet on whether Ricky will come back alive. 10th November, 1932. What do you mean the cabin won't appear in Australia when I'm the only one here? Just make everyone else move. The Queen will like it here. The quiet, the long winter nights, the tea time games. There's plenty of spaces to fly. It doesn't even need to be this part of Australia. 20th November, 1932. Look, I could go find some caves. I'll scout out the best ones so the cabin can attach itself there. 10th of December, 1932. But we even have gems here. The Queen likes shiny rocks, right? She has a few crowns or something, doesn't she? 13th of December, 1932. I found a number of caves so far. I'll be able to get a full list to you next month, so don't tell me to stop asking, okay? I'll get a place ready first if that's what's needed. 12th of January, 1933. If you didn't know the mechanics of the cabin moving, tell me when I first asked. I'm still prepping a place, though.
The Litteromancy cunts are getting intense. They're actively tracking any sort of Litteromancy signatures. How they're doing this, I do not know. I pay attention to that sort of thing. I can't hide away from civilization in caves for the time being. Much I want to. This should only be a temporary intensity. This level of hunt must cost a large amount of money. Only tied in a large population centre, being it people, by caves. Good news, a large amount of immigrants and travellers are headed towards Australia, more specifically towards Bathurst. Great for hiding. Bad news, there is a massive amount of gold and gunmen who's getting a sizable cut. This will probably mean they can fund the hunt for longer. Not great for hiding. I have survived. I managed to avoid Litteromantic detection by acting as a regular gold digger. At least there's one rock I can spend my time with. Maintaining a steady supply of gold has been hard, but my fancy rock radar, totally a thing, shut up, has enabled me to increase my chances of finding deposits without drawing too much Litteromantic detection. There have been a few times I had to avoid the cops, not entirely sure if they were here for my gold license without Litteromancy. It's been incredibly difficult and only a few drops of blood were spilled. Did break a few chisels in the altercations too. The diggers are freaking out. The gold taxes are too high for the majority. The higher-ups are really trying to stretch out the hunt for as long as possible with the tax revenue. They probably know at least one Litteromancer is still around. One of the miners is acting suspicious around me. I think they're an undercover lit hunter. I'll have to suss him out. I was right. He is dead. They sent some people to kill me, probably, by burning the hotel. That failed. Not sure if they know that. The lads did it! A bunch of miners decided to hold a rebellion against taxes and made a big old stockade. Worked as well as you would expect. If you expected that the army was called in on the rebels and beat them up first thing in the morning, what it has managed to do, however, is stop the high taxes and put a damper on the hunt. And I got through this thing scot-free. Oh right, I still need to find a hiding spot.
Well, that wasn't what I was looking for.